Hey, Bears fans. Welcome back to another deep dive into everything happening with the Chicago Bears. Today, we have some intriguing updates, particularly when it comes to coaching moves and staff opportunities. So make sure you're paying attention because there's a lot to unpack here. First off, let's talk about Declan Doyle. He recently removed himself from consideration for the Eagles' offensive coordinator position, which raised a lot of eyebrows around the league. But the story doesn't stop there. Right now, the Baltimore Ravens have requested an interview with him. And given how the Bears are handling things under their new head coach, Jesse Minter, they aren't going to block this opportunity. Minter, being a defensive-minded coach, means that any offensive role would likely come with play-calling responsibilities, and that's exactly what Declan Doyle would be stepping into. This is a significant moment for him, and it could be a major career move. Looking at it from Doyle's perspective, Baltimore presents a much more appealing situation than Philadelphia ever did. First-year head coach, less pressure compared to the high-intensity environment in Philly, and the chance to work with elite players like Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry. For an offensive mind, this is a playground. He'd get the chance to implement his vision, inject some of his own strategies into the run game, and truly make an impact without the looming threat of being fired after a single season, which has unfortunately become common in Philadelphia with recent offensive coordinators. If everything aligns, this could be a defining moment in his career, and it's exciting to see the Bears' former staffers getting noticed by some of the top franchises in the league. Now, switching over to the defensive side, Al Harris remains a figure to watch. There's chatter about whether he might leave Chicago for a defensive coordinator role with the Pittsburgh Steelers under their new head coach, Mike McCarthy. Harris and McCarthy have a long-standing professional relationship that dates back to their time in Green Bay, and it's clear that McCarthy respects what Harris brings to the table. If Pittsburgh moves forward with him, it would be a historic franchise to lead defensively, and it would give Harris a platform to showcase his abilities in a highly competitive environment. While no formal interviews have been confirmed yet, it's reasonable to expect movement in the near term, especially as McCarthy begins assembling his coaching staff. For Bears fans, this is one to keep an eye on because it could represent a significant shift in the team's coaching dynamics if Harris decides to take the opportunity. Meanwhile, the general manager search in Atlanta continues to unfold. Cunningham has emerged as a potential candidate, especially considering his connections with Matt Ryan and Ryan Poles. These relationships matter significantly in NFL front offices, and it's often the case that familiarity and trust play just as large a role as past performance. Cunningham has experience working closely with Ryan Poles in Chicago, and this could give him an edge as the Falcons finalize their in-person interviews. What's particularly interesting here is the question of draft compensation for the Bears. Traditionally, if a minority executive leaves an organization for a GM or head coaching role, the original team receives draft picks as compensation. However, with the Falcons' new president of football structure, there's some debate about whether the GM role qualifies as a promotion or a lateral move. The Bears have every reason to expect recognition for Cunningham's departure, and if he lands the role, it could mean valuable draft capital for the franchise in the upcoming drafts. This adds an extra layer of intrigue to what's already a high-stakes process. On the field, Nan Wright has earned Pro Bowl recognition, stepping in for an injured player from Philadelphia. Wright had a season with highs and lows, but overall, his playmaking ability was undeniable, especially during the playoffs. He accumulated 8 takeaways over the course of the season, including 5 interceptions, a forced fumble, and a fumble recovery, cementing his reputation as a playmaker in the secondary. While some of his regular season performance might have been inconsistent, his ability to make impact plays when it mattered most clearly earned him this recognition. Looking ahead, Wright's Pro Bowl status could influence his value in free agency. With other cornerbacks under contract, including Tyreek Stevenson and hopefully a healthy Jalen Johnson returning, the Bears will have to weigh the cost of retaining Wright versus letting him explore options that could command a significant contract elsewhere. Either way, his performance this season demonstrates the depth of talent the Bears are cultivating in their defensive backfield. Back to the coaching front, Declan Doyle's potential move to Baltimore carries ripple effects for the Bears and the league at large. If he does land the offensive coordinator job, it It will be a statement not only about his ability, but also about how the Bears are developing talent in their organization. It's increasingly clear that the franchise is becoming a breeding ground for promising coaches who are ready to step into major roles across the NFL. The idea that a former Bears staffer could take charge of an offense featuring Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry is a testament to Doyle's reputation, and the fact that top-tier teams are pursuing him underscores the respect he has earned. It will be fascinating to see how the situation develops and whether this move will lead to other opportunities down the line, potentially positioning him for a head coaching role in the near future. In the broader context of the Bears organization, these coaching and executive developments highlight the delicate balance between retaining talent and allowing individuals to advance their careers. Whether it's Doyle, Harris, or Cunningham, the team is navigating a landscape where career progression often intersects with organizational strategy. For fans, it's a reminder that the NFL is as much about the minds behind the game as it is about the players on the field. Each coaching hire, front office decision, and Pro Bowl selection has implications that ripple throughout the franchise and the league, shaping not only the present but the trajectory of the team for years to come. It's an exciting, sometimes unpredictable process, and the Bears are right at the center of it, with several key figures now on the move or under consideration for major roles elsewhere. As for the broader executive landscape, Ian Cunningham's potential move to the Falcons underscores another critical aspect of the NFL: the importance of relationships and reputation. Cunningham has built a strong track record under Ryan Poles in Chicago, and the Falcons' hiring process reflects how much weight these connections carry. While there's some ambiguity around draft compensation, it's clear that the Bears stand to benefit if Cunningham secures the role. His departure could yield draft picks in upcoming seasons, giving Chicago added leverage to strengthen the roster. At the same time, Cunningham's advancement represents a success story for the organization, demonstrating how the Bears can serve as a proving ground for executive talent ready to take on larger responsibilities in other franchises. Turning back to the field, Nan Wright's Pro Bowl nod represents a tangible measure of the Bears' player development strategy. Wright's season was a mix of highs and lows, with key performances in critical moments, particularly during the playoffs. While his regular season had its inconsistencies, his playmaking ability, 5 interceptions, a forced fumble, and a fumble recovery, cannot be overlooked. His recognition not only validates his contributions, but also enhances his market value as he enters free agency. With other cornerbacks under contract, the Bears must weigh the cost of retaining him against the potential benefit of additional draft compensation if he signs elsewhere. Wright's journey illustrates the delicate balance NFL teams must strike between talent retention, salary cap management, and long-term roster planning. Each decision in this context carries significant implications for both on-field performance and organizational flexibility. The NFL is a league defined by constant movement and strategic positioning, and the Bears' current coaching and personnel scenarios exemplify this reality. Declan Doyle's prospective interview with the Ravens is particularly intriguing because it places him at the center of one of the league's most dynamic offenses. Working with Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry presents an opportunity to refine his offensive philosophy while testing it against some of the most challenging defensive schemes in football. Success in Baltimore could position Doyle for future head coaching opportunities, demonstrating that the Bears are producing staff capable of taking on high-profile roles across the league. This trend speaks to the organization's broader vision, developing talent not just on the field, but also in the coaching and executive ranks, ensuring that Chicago remains influential even when individuals move on to other opportunities. From a fan perspective, these transitions may seem like disruptions, but they are a natural part of the NFL ecosystem. The league thrives on movement, competition, and career progression. For the Bears, allowing coaches and executives to pursue high-profile opportunities reflects an organizational maturity that prioritizes long-term growth over short-term retention. Whether it's Declan Doyle stepping into a major offensive coordinator role, Al Harris potentially leading a historic defense in Pittsburgh, or Ian Cunningham exploring executive leadership in Atlanta, each move is a testament to the professional development culture the Bears are cultivating. It's a sign that the team's influence extends beyond wins and losses, shaping the careers of talented individuals and leaving an imprint on the league as a whole. Meanwhile, the ongoing NFL landscape continues to provide a backdrop for these moves. The Ravens' offensive coordinator search, the Falcons' executive evaluations, and the Steelers' staffing decisions are all intertwined with the Bears' trajectory. Chicago has positioned itself as a hub for developing high-caliber professionals, from players to coaches to executives. Each Pro Bowl selection, each successful playoff performance, and each coaching success story reinforces the organization's reputation as a place where talent is nurtured and opportunities are made available to those who demonstrate capability and ambition. The ripple effects of these developments will shape the Bears' identity for years, influencing both the perception of the franchise and its operational strategy. Looking ahead, the next few months will be critical. Interviews, free agency moves, draft decisions, and staff announcements will determine how the Bears balance immediate competitiveness with long-term sustainability. Every decision regarding player contracts, coaching hires, and executive appointments must be evaluated through the lens of both performance and development. The interplay between these factors is complex, but the Bears have shown that they are prepared to navigate this terrain strategically. Fans can expect that the organization will continue to make calculated moves that position the team for success, while also providing growth opportunities for staff and players alike. These next steps will define the team's identity and set the stage for future achievements in the NFL. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on our Chicago Bears. And don't be shy. Drop your thoughts on the news in the comments below. Seattle Seahawks star wide receiver has sent shockwaves through the NFL community after making a highly controversial remark about the Chicago Bears, sparking speculation about underlying tensions between teams. In what insiders are calling a loaded statement, the player seemed to question the Bears' competitiveness and hinted at potential off-field issues that could be affecting the team's performance. While he stopped short of outright disrespect, the tone of his comments has left fans and analysts scrambling to interpret the meaning behind every word. Sources close to the Seahawks locker room suggest that the statement might not have been entirely off the cuff. The star receiver, known for his outspoken personality and candid interviews, reportedly made the comment in the context of a broader discussion about rivalries and team mentality. He's not the type to mince words, one source noted, so when he says something like this, it carries weight. People are reading into it, and it's giving the league plenty to talk about. Rumors are already swirling that this declaration could have ripple effects beyond the immediate headlines. Some speculate it might be a psychological tactic aimed at gaining an edge before a crucial upcoming matchup, while others wonder if it hints at a deeper frustration with how certain teams, including the Bears, are managing their roster and strategy. Social media has exploded with reactions, from die-hard Seahawks supporters praising his confidence to Bears fans expressing outrage and calling for a response from their team's leadership. NFL insiders caution that statements like these, even when made casually, can influence locker room dynamics. Coaches, teammates, and even opponents are likely weighing the implications, debating whether this is just trash talk or a sign of something more substantial. Analysts are also pointing out that the timing is curious. The comment comes amid speculation about potential trades, contract negotiations, and coaching decisions that could reshape both franchises. Whatever the true intent behind the statement, one thing is clear. The Seahawks star has once again reminded the league that he is as strategic with his words as he is with the football. Whether this sparks a fierce on-field rivalry, off-field tension, or simply a media frenzy, fans of both teams will be watching closely, dissecting every interview, every press conference, and every sideline interaction for clues. The NFL world thrives on stories like this: controversy, rivalry, and speculation. And this latest remark ensures that the Seahawks-Bears narrative will be under the microscope for weeks to come. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Chicago Bears, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.